So we just got done riding the course. So right before race day, we do like to ride the course and get a gauge of how that race is going to be. I feel very excited about that race. It is a hilly course, so it's a rolling hill slightly, but it is manageable. I do feel like my training will be great, so we'll see how it is tomorrow. So of course we is at one of the parks here that we're gonna have run our course. It is people out here running with us right now, so you have different people running, walking their dogs. So it's a very active park. So Kansas City do seem like it be an active place where people do come out and work out. So we're just looking forward to see how it is tomorrow. We'll keep you posted. Now it is windy right now. So when we drove into Kansas City, we just got here an hour ago and it was 35 degrees. We're staying in Kansas, but the run would be in Kansas City, Missouri, and we're staying in Park, Kansas, which is like 10 minutes away from the race site. Tomorrow it's going to be 30 degrees, so we are looking forward for that, and we are so excited. So make sure you check our video on pre-race anxiety to help you if you are getting ready to do your own race and you are getting some jitters, especially you just did what we did and rode our race course. And we cannot wait to let you know how we do tomorrow. We're getting ready to go eat now, and we'll show you what we eating. We're gonna get some pasta and let's just have fun and relax ourselves so we can get ready for the race tomorrow. So we're getting ready to head out to the race course for Rock the Parkway, and we just want to tell you about the ASPO yesterday. So the ASPO was rather a small ASPO. The volunteers was okay, but it wasn't really a clear direction. They would take us go outside to get your race shirt, but not what direction to go. So we went outside the door, but obviously we need to go to the right side out the door instead of the left side. So I wish there was a little bit more of a direction. They had the direction if you enter the hotel in one direction, but not the other direction. So right before I run, we actually gonna eat a banana right out. So you definitely wanna eat something before your race, at least an hour, at least 30 minutes to 2 hours before your race. So for us, it'll be about an hour, hour and a half. So therefore we'll have a banana right before that race. And also the weather today is about 30 to 35 degrees. So that's what we start out with, 30 degrees at 7. So the race at 7:30, and then it's gonna be about 39, go up to 40 degrees by the time we end. And I actually didn't bring a jacket, but I got 2 layers of shirt. So I definitely forgot to bring my jacket, but we'll see how that goes. So we was able to get to the race course about a little under an hour before the race had actually started, which is great. They definitely had a lot of parking available, so it's able to find parking very easily. They definitely had volunteers out directing the traffic once you come in, but you kind of gotta find your own parking once you enter the parking lot. They just was standing around, didn't really help out that much, but they was present. So also once we got to the course, it was definitely a lot of porta potties. So they definitely had a good enough of porta potties available for the racers. So therefore they had 2 different sections that the porta potty was available at. It was as soon as you got out of that parking garage area or parking lot area, it was a couple porta potties right there. And then it was another porta potty available at that bag drop off, which not a lot of people was using that one because a lot of people didn't know about it, but it didn't have as many available. But you could try to use that porta potty if you are doing that race instead of the one that entrance, because that's just the most line. So we used the one at the back drop off, was able to get in and be able to get to that race start choral in time. As for the race itself, it do start off with chorals for a staggered start. So therefore we was in Cora B, which means that you have to have a finish time under 2 hours. And so therefore we definitely was able to start in that Cora B, got there in time enough to be able to start it with our people. So therefore once that gun start out, we did run that race about 3 minutes after the race started. So that's great because we was able to get in right soon as that race has started instead of having to wait so long in the later chorals. And the other thing about it, because it's a chorus start, everybody that was running in chorus
he most likely was running that pace that they had to sign up under. So that means that we was able to start out at a very great pace. So be able to start our own pace. So that means that for this race, those races that you do want to gradually start out slower because you got to weed in and out of traffic, you don't have to weed in and out of traffic race because of that coral start. So that was great for me. So I could ahead and start the pace I had trained that I want to start for my mile 1.
So for the race itself, it was a very beautiful course. It had lots of trees. We ran around a park and also around a lot of nice houses. But for the race course itself, it definitely was a rolling hill. So you definitely were going up and down, which I definitely had fun doing. If you're a type of racer or runner that hates flat course, you will love this course because it definitely was consistent with the rolling hill. Kansas City is definitely a hilly city, and the race director did a great job finding the flattest course of Kansas City. Now, I was told there was going to be some music on the course, but it was only one station with the music because this is an out and back course. That station was able to be passed twice. So, but I was expecting a lot of music similar to rock and roll, half and full marathon, but it was just twice on the course. And then there was also music playing at the ending, at the running or race pavilion at the finish line of the course. So definitely keep in mind there is not as much music as you may expect, but you will have music twice on the course.
Now for spectators. So you know, some of us runners, we do like to have those spectators on the course. They definitely had spectators available. I won't say that it's like a lot of spectators, but it's enough to have support throughout that race. So that means that some of the spectators will say your name, sometimes they will cheer you on, or sometimes they just watch you as you run by. So do expect to have spectators. That's a great thing if that is what you're looking for. Now, I will also say for the finishing of the race, once you come in and exit that coral, it is crowded. So it is a lot of people there at the finish. So do expect to have crowd at that finish line due to that spectators and runners that's finished the race.
So when you hit the finish line at the end of the race, definitely be prepared for your race pictures always, like most races, that does provide race pictures or photos. But I was happy that they did give you a full water bottle to have after your race, and they gave you a warmer blanket because it was a little bit more cooler race day, and your core temperature will drop when you cold at the end of the race. So we definitely was satisfied with that. And they also have a runner's pavilion that provided post-race hydration and fueling. It wasn't any food after the race, it was most likely snacks. So therefore we had a Kurtz bar, basically a protein bar at the end of the race. They had bananas, pineapple. They had a water station that you could go to. The water station was used before and after the race, which I definitely took advantage of that. I wish there was sports drink at the end of the race, but I did brought my own hydration for the course, so I had my sports drink to have at the end of the race. But for other runners, I tend to like to be able to have sports drinks at the end of the race. They definitely have milk, chocolate milk, which is definitely great for recovery. And they had donuts, they had music, a DJ playing music. It was a very fun race pavilion experience. A lot of runners was walking around and getting their fueling on. And then they had 2 photo booths that you could take pictures, and then of course more porta potties. And they also had a massage station for runners that may want to partake in getting a massage after your race. And then the great thing about this race that was a very big thing is true. The race medal is pretty big. So it was a very huge race medal that we had. I really enjoyed that part of the race. So overall, I would highly recommend doing this race. We had so much fun. And if you want more tips on how to do a half marathon or a full marathon, definitely check our channel and we have a half marathon playlist and a full marathon playlist for your training. See you next time. Bye-bye.